Excuse me. Hey, are you comedian Todd Basil, the one that has the joke about buffalo wings?
Buffalo wings, yeah.
You want to explode it?
Yeah.
Buffalo wings, buffalo wings, yeah. Buffalo wings, yeah. Buffalo wings. Taste buds brutalized. Blue cheese standing by. My eyes fill with tears. The aroma sears. Fierce and fiery. Crunchy celery. Toxic capsaicin. Grinning through the pain. Yeah, that's hot. Buffalo wings. Thank you. We are Joy of Cooking Division. We are a new wave synth band, and we sing about food. Willamette Week has criticized us, saying it's just recipes. Fuck Willamette Week.
It's just always one more thing with you, Bjorn. Just one more thing. Oh, hey, what's happening? This is Bjorn.
This is Todd.
And this is the Joke Exploder podcast where we talk about jokes. We break it down. Bucket, can you stop?
Oh my gosh.
You're really going to interrupt?
Do you have
Stop.
a tag for us?
Do you have a tag? Just ruining the intro. No, stop. Okay. We might have to start over, you little brat.
It says featuring Bucket.
It does say featuring Bucket.
Don't
so,
lie to the people.
So we're going to do that. Hey, what's up? I have special guest, Pod Tazzle, Todd Basil.
I'm special. Pod Tazzle. How you doing? Regional sales. Pod Tazzle.
Todd Basil in the studio. Bucket also whining in the studio. We're just going to leave him in.
Yeah.
This is the Joke Exploder. I'm Bjorn RG. And Todd, where are you from?
Originally from Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Then I lived in Pleasanton for a hot half year and then went to Arizona for a hotter several years.
How was Pleasanton?
It was all
If
right.
you had to describe it with like one word, maybe a P word, I don't know.
No, actually, I would say it was ironically named. I didn't enjoy it.
It was quite unpleasant.
It was unpleasant. I had my head down on my desk in 5th grade. Some joker comes up, gives me a wet willy, and I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Willie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I prefer willy dry.
Prefer them dry. This is so fun already. But you're where are you now? I totally interrupted you. You were in California.
Okay.
No, you were in.
Don't live in the past, Todd. No, I currently live in Portland. Northeast side, Gresham adjacent, right by the competing Wincos.
Yeah.
122nd, baby.
Give the location.
That was a lot of detail.
That was a lot of detail.
Shout out to Beverly at the backwards Winco. The 122nd one was laid out different.
Yeah. It's smaller. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, hey, so we are here to talk about Well, can you set up the clip that we're going to talk about?
Yeah, I am in a band called Joy of Cooking Division. It's a new wave synth pop band. We sing about food, and we're going to be listening to a song called Buffalo Wangs.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a good one. All right. So just hit pause at any point. We've never done a song on the show before, so this could be different. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like hit pause, like and then we'll talk about different parts, or if I have questions, I'll pause it and
All right, cool.
ask you like where he came up with that or whatever. But,
Oh, nice one. All right, let's hear it. So one thing that I have had to learn is you can write the song, write the music, write the lyrics, but when you hit play on a performance, you have to be ready to come in when the first lyric's supposed to be spoken.
yeah.
So I should have already said "That's hot," but I didn't.
Oh,
But
you
I'll get into it. I missed my own cue.
missed a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing that I realized. Like with stand-up, you can start talking whenever you want. But
Yeah.
the song was like, "Where you at?"
Where you at?
Yeah.
You forgot a couple of ad libs.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Oh wait, can we just talk about your outfit?
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Wait, did you change from the intro of this
Yes.
set and this?
The intro, the 5-minute warning song, which
Yeah.
we may or may not talk about.
We're definitely talking
We're
about it.
definitely talking about that. I had overalls on to cover up these extremely tight children's pants that I have on as part of this outfit when I came up for my set.
Oh, so why the tight pants?
I just was inspired by Alison Moyet and Vince Clarke of Yazoo, and I'm like, and Martin Gore of Depeche Mode, and I want something that's kind of like more gender ambiguous to wear. And I saw these little sparkle pants with little horses on them, and I'm like, gotta have them.
These are sparkled?
You can't tell really.
But that was more for the live audience.
Yeah.
And then is that a turtleneck? Is it a half neck?
It's I would say it's
Mock?
a zip up blouse with elevated neck. I have no idea if that's the name of it.
It's like it's a tight
officially
neck.
a top. Yeah, I have a top with a neck on, and it zips in the back.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it's got a
Like,
little zip.
Does
Yeah,
it have like the long
Yeah.
zipper? You
not the
pull?
long zip.
Like
No.
Like a wetsuit?
Yeah, no, it's not that. It is not a wicking top. It is a fashion top. So
High fashion.
high fashion, hot tip. Look in the women's section.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Whenever I go to any store, like
Mm-hmm.
especially like a Ross or something like that, it's like the store is like 99% women's clothes
yeah.
with like different departments, and then the men's is like a circle rack in the corner.
Yeah, totally. Where's your men's department? And just like,
Wait, do you need
Go
to
to the
use the
corner.
bathroom also? Because
Yeah.
they're right next to each other.
yeah. If you lift up the water fountain, there's a few shirts in there. They're
Yeah.
holding up the water fountain. Yeah.
And there's just no options, and you just like, I don't know, man. I get so frustrated with that.
Me too. I don't like it. I like Nordstrom Rack. Because the one here, you go up an elevator to go to Nordstrom Rack at one of the places. Or am I thinking? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like this. It's thing. You're going up the escalator. You're like, there's going to be a whole men's section. Yes. And
Yeah.
it's like you're arriving, and yeah. Like, wow, they
great.
have a lot of stuff.
So I didn't know that it was it makes it's a rad shirt. I love it.
I love that shirt.
It's great.
Yeah. And
But-
then we got a hat that was repurposed from me being Clint Eastwood from the Spaghetti Western trilogy as the man with no name, and it works for this. And then I have tinted purple glasses that are John Lennon-esque, for lack of a better origin source. I don't know, but they work. I love it.
This look really does speak to me as Joy of Cooking Division.
I love it. Good. Right on.
All right.
Buffalo Wangs, Buffalo Wangs, yeah.
Yeah.
even this freeze frame.
That's a good freeze frame, yeah.
So I love how you brought a piano.
Uh-huh.
And then I don't know. I've seen you do this a few times, but
Yeah.
like you're like pretending to play,
Right.
and it's pretty convincing. But then you do some things that are like clearly like,
Yeah. If you're not thinking about it, I bring attention to the fact that I missed a cue or am not even playing it. And then I what's come up with performing as Joy of Cooking Division is there's usually a point where I just awkwardly stare at someone in the audience. So we saw a little bit of that just now, and that's fun.
It is, and the timing of it, the way I love how, especially with this performance, you really let it settle, and it's and you play it dead serious, and I think that's really important for stuff like this to land, because it's like if it's like crazy on crazy, it's less funny.
Yes.
Than if you were to have it needs to be grounded in reality.
Yeah.
And by like allowing all of that silence and just really, it's like, what is he gonna do? It builds anticipation, and
I think this act does build anticipation well, and the thing was I wanted to have a synth pop artist who really took themselves seriously. And so I'm upset that I'm smiling here a little bit in the clip because I really want him to be so serious. And my original idea for this was I want a synth pop band that takes themselves seriously. They're really gothy, dark, like the world could end tomorrow. What are you going to say to somebody you love? And then they start this gloomy, deep song, and then in between songs they're like, hey guys, remember to check out our Spotify channel at blah blah blah. You can get 10% off this wacky sandalwood
sandals
patchouli sandal wood fence, and just this like they have to play this, and they love playing the capitalist game in between songs, but during the song they're serious. So a juxtaposition of I take myself way too seriously, but then I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
Hey guys, please like and subscribe. gloomanddoom.com. Yeah.
Doom and gloom.
Gloom.
I'm depressed.
But that shouldn't stop me from
the
making
authority.
money. Yeah.
Down with capitalism, LLC.
Yeah. This next song is about a public disturbance call I made to the police because someone looked at me. It's so stupid.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
All right.
We're gonna keep going.
Buffalo wings.
Is that the awkward stare?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that person in the front got the awkward stare.
Okay.
Buffalo wings.
Real oven tray noises in the song.
Wait,
by the
what
way.
is it?
That was a real oven tray noise in the song.
Oh, it's a sample
That
of.
clang is a real life sample of me cooking at home. Yeah.
I was gonna say so in anticipation of this episode, I did listen to some Joy Division.
Oh, good.
Because I was like, I'd heard of the band,
but
I wasn't super familiar with their music or like what songs they did exactly.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, they're the ones that did that album that everyone got tattoos of.
Oh, the lines.
The
Yeah.
lines tattoos. So I was thinking the cover of whatever your thing is needs to be like, I don't know, Buffalo Wings needs to be like a buffalo wing or something, like a basket of wings in that line
thing.
Style drawing.
I love that.
I think that would be cool. But that little like riff is very Joy Division.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
They're like,
yes. Okay, good. Because here's where each time I do a song as Joy of Cooking Division, I want to emulate something. So on this song, what I wanted to do was take this guitar riff from Tears for Fears off the Hurting album. It's Pale Shelter.
Okay.
And this Tears for Fears song goes ba 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 ba.
Yeah.
And I wanted to capture that in your face acoustic guitar strum thing. And so that's awesome though that it also fits with Joy Division, because I keep waiting at a show for someone to be like, you're actually reminding me of other bands that aren't Joy Division. I want someone to heckle me in that way.
This is more of a Tears for Fears type. Oh,
this should be Tears for Food Fears. What are you doing?
Tears for Food Fears.
Tears because the food's hot.
Tears because the food's hot.
Shout at your waiter. Yeah.
What's their big one from Tears for Fears?
Oh.
Everybody's gonna feed the world.
Yeah, everybody's gonna tip 15%. Yeah.
Okay, I love that jarring section. That little that riff makes no sense in the song.
Yes.
And it is everything to me.
Yeah, and you paid this song the biggest compliment. You're like, this song is intense. It's what it's like eating a really hot buffalo wing. And I was like, that's
Yes.
The best review ever.
Because you're excited and you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
what's going on? And then it's like, you're like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
They said it was hot. I didn't believe them.
I got medium. What is happening?
Gosh, yeah. I got medium.
Every time, I love buffalo wings. I love buffalo sauce. But every time, it's like I got the mildest one, and I am like I'm enjoying the experience, and then I'm trying to sleep, and I am not enjoying the experience.
Yeah, trying to sleep. Yeah. I'm trying to do things like stop going to the bathroom, sleeping, and I just can't.
Sleeping, other things. So every time I go to order, I'm like, maybe I should look at the rest of my day. Like, what's the rest?
Yeah.
It's like, clear my schedule, babe. I'm getting, getting buffalo wings.
You're going by the psychedelics manual when you order buffalo wings. Like, when's the next meeting I have to be at? 72 hours? Let's do it. I'll get
How
the
many
medium.
hours do I have time to recover from this?
Yeah.
We're getting medium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten beyond a 2 at like Thai restaurants?
Oh yeah, I usually go. I never say give me Thai hot,
Okay.
but I say medium or hot. I don't say mild or low spice. I usually go medium or hot. But I have never said give me Thai hot because that just.
Have you done that?
What?
Have you ever made that mistake, or you just
No,
never crossed that bridge?
The only mistake I made is there was a place by where I used to live, and they did a hot wing challenge where you can get the most explosive sauce and you can get them for free. So the guy had a ketchup canister with he cut the top off, and he did another glaze of this hot sauce on top. And if you're going to do a hot wing challenge, you imagine you just have to deal with the heat, right?
Mhm.
Like, is your tongue going to be burning, and can you deal with that? But here's what my body did. My body said, no, this is so hot, we are going to create a gag reflex starting in the bottom pit of your stomach all the way through your trachea. So I ate one wing, and my body just went like it was forcing the food up, but there was nothing there. It was forcing it up, so I couldn't breathe, eat, or drink. So my body just did technically KO'd. Yeah, it's like, no, we're done.
TKO.
Here's the towel. Yeah, the towel is my whole digestive tract going. Yeah. Nope.
Hard pass.
I couldn't even try and eat him. And
Who are you
so
trying to
stupid.
impress?
The math club at a community college. No, I wasn't trying to. Sometimes I get excited when I'm out and about, and we were having a good time. I'm like, oh, that sounds crazy. I want to do the challenge. Ugh, stupid.
So were your friends impressed, or your lady?
I had no lady, so by default, yes.
Because nothing impresses a lady more than doing a wing challenge.
Yeah.
How'd you meet your wife?
Well, we were at a World War II buffalo wing eating contest, and I had a really good monologue on someone in World War II.
I do have to say, I have been to Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York.
Have you?
And I had the original buffalo wings, and
Right
I did
on.
have them regular, whatever their version of it is, where apparently it all started. That came from.
And how'd those treat you?
They were fine. They were just like any other buffalo wing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you couldn't do them like bone. I like boneless better.
Me too.
But you had to do them bone in. So
Yeah. I never feel like they're fully cleaned. Like, I feel like I'm putting down 50% of the meat whenever I get boned chicken wings.
Same here. I don't have the the weird thing to just get every little piece of whatever, where I'm like, is that a thing I can eat or not? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't like the texture, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. Yeah. I'm all about, give me a chicken tender with that sauce on it. And then chop it up in a salad. I'm in.
Oh yeah.
I made a music video for this song, and I set it at a strange bar in Buffalo, New York. So the backdrops are all from a bar in Buffalo, New York. And I don't know if this is appropriate. This is the appropriate time to make an announcement. You're going to direct a future Joy of Cooking Division video. I'm excited about that.
I really want to do it. I want to do your whole album. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be
also,
great.
afterwards, I want to talk to you. I do actually know a producer that might be interested in mastering this for you. But okay,
Oh, good.
We'll keep going.
Because I don't know if you can tell by this recording, it's not been mixed. No mastered.
No mastered.
Yeah.
Hence the forgetting lines.
Oh, yeah.
of it. All right, we'll keep going.
Yeah.
Taste buds brutalized. Blue cheese standing by. My eyes fill with tears. The aroma sears.
Yeah.
Fake solo.
Fake solo.
There's a detail of this that I love is because you're so close to the piano and so close to the iPad, it's like your face is lit up slightly.
Oh, cool.
Like it just in
That
the
would be
recording, it's just like a.
Oh, that would be a
frame
cool. If we
is
blew that
so
up
good.
and blackened everything else around it, that would be a cool album cover where it's like there's a glow on my face.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
It's so fun. So
Yeah.
what was how did you think of doing this? Like where did the idea come from?
For this song,
Yeah, for this song specifically.
well, every once in a while, the universe opens its mouth and feeds me a little something, and I'm not joking. So I was cooking in my kitchen one day, and I just had this shot of a thought in my head of the line "Buffalo Wings," and I
Yeah.
just was so taken by it. I'm like, I gotta use that. So I put it in the voice recorder app. It sits there for a while, and then I finally get around to making something out of it. So that's in the chorus, and I just love that vocalization of it. And I got to give props to this great singer in Portland, Bobby Musgrave, who does a lot of very surreal vocalizations.
Like what do you mean by surreal?
Like he captures this throaty, extending the face. Like if Jim Carrey's face was if Jim Carrey's face and LSD got together and became a
Voice?
crooner,
Oh, okay. What's a crooner?
like Tony Bennett or Jerry, I can't remember
The Rat Pack?
yeah, thank you. I'm like,
Yeah.
who's the one? Yeah,
I was literally
any of those guys.
I can't believe that I had to ask you that because I was literally listening to a Frank Sinatra record today.
Thank you, Frank Sinatra. I'm like, one is an odd number, two.
Yeah.
I never took trig, three.
Like
Some
I
of
like
his lyrics are bonkers. It's
Yeah.
funny that he's still
it. A lot of it, some of it does not hold up.
no.
Which whatever, it's great.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. My dad gave me so much shit the last time he came to visit because like we'd be chatting and I'll just put a record on and like I like the ambience
Yeah.
of Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
And I just like have his greatest hits or whatever, and it's just all the songs that you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I hate, the one song that I just like cannot stand,
What is it?
and I'm just like, what? It's the one that they used for the theme song for Married with Children.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just can't get. I just never liked Married with Children, the
Yeah.
show,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and so I don't know why I hate the song.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just hate it.
I get it. I loved that show, and that was my first introduction to that song. So to me, the corniness of the song fit perfectly with the show,
Yeah.
which had corny and ridiculous elements. But as a standalone song, like a real song, I'm like, no, I
that
pair
might
it
be
with
what
the
it
show.
is.
Yeah.
Because it just. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a record, so I can't really skip it. So I just usually
Yeah.
don't listen to that side.
Yeah.
The whole side is ruined.
Yeah.
For
the
me.
whole side, yeah.
Whole side's ruined.
You have those records where you're like, this is a side two only
This is
record.
I do have records where I'm like, I kind of only listen to like 1, 3, and 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's a side that I'm just not. There'll be like a song or two that I'm just not into, and I just won't ever put that side on. Sometimes
hear
it
you,
ruins
yeah.
that whole record if it's a double album.
Yeah.
I won't even put that one on.
Oh yeah, totally. And I got a double record recently where the second one is definitely just experimental, this and that. I'm like, this could have been one record. But there's some where I will play the full thing. Like Stella with the Sigma has a album. I'll play the whole thing.
I don't know who that is. What kind of music is that?
It's vocals and light guitar. It's kind of like singer-songwriter, but amp up the beat
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 notches. It's really good stuff. She's from Greece.
I have I like Coltrane a lot too. I
Oh,
listen to
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of jazz and just mellow stuff. And
Coltrane.
I have this
mellow. I love that.
experimental Coltrane because I'll just buy it, you
Mhm.
know. And now I'm more careful and more selective.
Mm.
It's weird because I'll just go on, I'll look up the album before I buy it now because I have this.
Yeah.
It's like a 3 or 4 album.
Oh, dang.
Like there's a lot of records
You
in
committed.
there, and it is all experimental.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
moving into like the noise realm.
Wow, yeah.
Of just weird, and it's way too fast and way too much.
Mhm.
It is not what I'm looking for
Yeah.
ever.
I am never in this mood.
It's
Yeah.
a mood that I am never in.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I love the Coltrane song India, which is pretty chaotic. I think it's called India, but it supersedes any catastrophic thought tangents I'm going off on in my head. It drowns that out. It's so chaotic. It's great. I love it. Yeah. But see, so when I think of that song when I think of Coltrane. So it's funny you said Coltrane mellow, but yeah, you got a 4-disc thing by Coltrane where you're like, no, not this one.
I did give it,
cool.
one play all the way
yeah,
through,
yeah.
but I don't think
Good
I'm
for
ever
you.
gonna.
Yeah.
It's similar to. I'll say this last thing, and then I've been just into collecting records, and
Cool.
Paul and I found this record store in St. John's it's a record store / vintage game store.
Oh, so it's not Vinyl Resting Place.
No, not Vinyl Resting Place. It's this retro game. It's also
Cool.
retro gaming, but they have a lot of gaming records. So that's where I got like a Mario
What?
album.
Oh,
They have like soundtracks to like
cool.
video games and stuff,
No way.
and
I gotta check that out.
and anime. So we bought a Studio Ghibli record for like some Studio Ghibli. Do you know what that is? It's like,
I don't know what that is.
Toto something.
That rings a bell.
Is like a big one. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you saw it, you'd Spirited Away is
yeah.
is a studio. It was one of those. I don't even
Okay.
remember which one it is, but we bought the album, and it was like expensive too. It was
Yeah.
not cheap because it was brand new and
Yeah.
in really good condition because it was brand new.
Yeah. That I didn't think anything of it. I mean, it can be both.
Dude, it was in such good condition. It was brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would hope it would be.
Yeah.
The best condition it ever. It's kind of only going to go down.
Right. As
Um,
soon as you open it.
Anyway, this album, it is just the audio version of the entire movie.
Wow.
Just the movie on a vinyl record.
That's incredible.
All sound.
Yeah.
I listened to one side, and once again, wasn't really a mood that I didn't think I was
Yeah.
ever going to be in that mood.
Yeah.
Because it was weird. It was just like sound effects and
Oh, yeah.
dialogue. And I don't know. It was kind of interesting, but I was cooking. I don't know. I wasn't really like.
Yeah. I want to groove if I'm cooking.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to dance, and
Yeah.
there wasn't a single song on the. I don't know. I gave it a shot, but anyways.
Oh, the Pointer Sisters, I have one of their albums, and the first whole side of it is wall-to-wall greatness. I'm like, this is a perfect side. Yeah.
It is an interesting experience listening to records again because you do kind of commit to an entire side of a thing, and you listen to it in a bigger piece than you do with like I don't know with my phone or whatever. I tend to not listen to the whole album.
Yeah.
Like of anything.
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I like that a lot. And I know I've spent enough time enjoying the moment if I listen to a whole side. It's like you just spend about 20 minutes relaxing and not doing too much and not having screen time. So I like the limit of the side of a record because it's like a reasonable time to relax and check out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back in.
Yeah.
Fierce and fiery. Crunchy celery.
I'm into the theatrical element for bands. I saw a band do a Halloween show a long time ago at El Cid in Hollywood area, and they had fog machines, coffins opening, costumes, spooky environmental things, and lyrics. It was great. So I love the the showmanship of a band and the production value
Yeah.
of a show.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
And yours would be really fun to have that
yes,
element
fog
added.
machines and stuff. Yeah.
I'm still so bummed that I didn't bring you to that weird show that
Oh,
we went to
yeah.
with the aliens,
Oh yeah, that sounded
the
awesome.
Ty Walker and the humanoids.
But you
it
know
was-
someone, and you'll probably go again.
Oh, if they
or-
come back through,
Yeah,
we're
okay, cool.
going. I'm
Excellent.
getting you to go
Good,
with
good.
me to
Right
it. Am
on.
I wearing? No, I'm not. I have their
Oh.
hat I wear all the time.
Hmm.
It's it was incredible. It was such a fun experience, and it was like,
Yes.
and there was only like it was not that many people. So I was like, I have a
Perfect.
feeling they're gonna get bigger because it's good.
Yeah, I hope
it's
so, yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of time before some element, and they just play like all their socials are just silly, ridiculous. Like
Mhm.
it's a whole story, and it
Oh, cool.
continues in through all of their media and everything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
even
that-
their
I like
merch
that.
they sell. It's weird. It's great.
Yeah.
But-
Ty and the
Ty
Walkers.
Walker,
Ty Walker
and the humanoids.
humanoids. Okay.
Check
yeah,
'em
I love
out.
that. All right.
So good. All right.
Toxic capsaicin. Gritting through the pain.
I like that desperate smile through pain moment there. That's going to be a staple whenever I perform this
Yeah.
song. It's just faking it with a smile,
Ooh.
masking pain with a smile. I like that.
Well, oh yeah, that's good. You do. The song is great because it has all these like fun elements for you to like kind of play with and
Yeah.
get goofy and silly. I mean, and like I love the Jim Carrey-ness of like that when you do Buffalo Wang.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like way back.
Yeah.
It's really fun, and it is very Jim Carrey.
Oh,
and I
cool.
appreciate it.
I'm glad, and thank you. And yeah, this is a really fun song to get physical on. So I like doing that.
And like
yeah.
this part where it's like,
Yeah.
that's great. How did you were you just goofing around? Did you
Yes.
just goof around and like add things on? How are you?
Goof around in GarageBand, and I'll try and do some things like, oh, Martin Gore has a synth sound like this in this one song. I'll try and emulate that. But other times it's a failure or a mistake, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's absurd. That has to stay in there.
That's so.
But I like
great.
imagining a bag of seasoning on it for a dry rub
Yeah.
being shaken.
Oh, that's so good. Well, that's stuff we could do with the music video too.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I'm really into the humanity of mistakes.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
I like
I've
that.
been completely obsessed with that. Like
Mhm.
it all came from like starting to use this camera,
Yeah.
the Camp Snap camera.
Yeah.
And how
Camp Snap.
yeah, this like digital, I can't like look at it or whatever, and I just have to like be present. And
Yes.
I found that a lot of the pictures that I love that come from this, they are the ones that at first glance you want to throw it away. Like the first impulse is like delete
Interesting.
that, and then
Yeah.
you kind of like look at it a little longer and you're like, whoa, that's like capturing something cool, or there's something in the background, or like you're just like really digging into it in
Yeah.
a way. And it sounds like you kind of
awesome.
did that with this song.
Yeah, like there's things I wouldn't have consciously put in there, but in messing around with GarageBand, I'm like, whoa, that's fun.
Yeah.
I want that to come in somewhere.
Kind of like
Yeah.
happy accidents and
happy
little
accidents. Yeah.
little things,
Yeah.
little trees or whatever. Happy
Little trees.
Isn't that what the what's the painter's name?
Oh,
I can't
you
think
know,
of it.
Jackson Pollock, but
No.
the PBS Jackson
Yeah,
Pollock,
yeah, that
but
guy.
not at all Jackson. Bob Ross.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Like those little things, like just trusting. So when I first heard this song,
Mhm.
I was like, "There's so much noise in there. There's so many weird things in there
Yeah.
that shouldn't work, but they work."
Yeah.
It sounds mean. It sounds
I
mean,
love
but
it. You're right.
where you're like, "Ugh, it's offensive," and that was the thing that I
Yeah.
was talking about with the wings.
Yeah.
Is it is like buffalo wings. They're
Yeah.
a little bit like they look delicious. They taste
Mhm.
good, but there is this pain, and
Yeah.
it is the experience of like you're enjoying it because it's feeling and it's alive.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Being in the moment again.
Mhm.
Present. Yeah.
and
The buffalo wings are the be in the moment food.
they are
Yeah.
the be in the moment. Any real spicy food, it's like, why do
Yeah.
do you ever question that? I mean, I do every time I go eat buffalo wings.
Nice. Why do we eat this?
Why am
Yeah.
I putting myself through this?
Yeah. I've embraced it though, cuz
Yeah?
you know, it is weird or it doesn't make sense, but if I can get a roasted jalapeno with a dish, I'll do it. And the other day I got 2 at that place by where you live, and they gave me the 2 biggest jalapenos I've ever freaking seen, and I ate them all. I'm like, this is great. I don't care what happens.
I don't care about the rest of my day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I really like all these little sounds and mixes. And a thought that I had is, I know that you were in. At first, I was like, "What is Todd doing?" He's just messing around. Like he doesn't know what he's doing. I was so impressed, and then I remembered that you were like in band for a long time, so you do have a little bit of a musical background.
I do, and it was always read music well was the forte of mine. Practice, read music, deliver a performance, but sight reading was not as big of a skill. And then certainly playing by ear and being able to pick up tunes was not anything I fostered. So it's fun to do that now with music. It's not, I have to play this right. I have to learn this piece. I'm just going to F around and figure out what I like. Because I've thought before, if I ever did start to play piano, here's how I would approach it. I would just hit a key on the keyboard, like middle C. And I would just think, what does that make me feel? Or what do I feeling when I hear that note? And I would assign feelings to every note and then compose from there. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
You're immediately connected. You're very connected to the material. And I also want to say this has helped with comedy, because you know how you hear some people say when they first started in comedy, they emulated someone they really admired or liked. And that is a great starting off point where you're developing your voice. And like you've said before, even if you do the best impression you can of your hero, it's going to be different because it's you.
Yeah.
And so I am leaning into that where I never leaned into that with comedy. With comedy, it was always like, I got to be original. I got to figure it out. And it took forever to get anywhere. But this, I'm leaning hard into, Vince Clarke shits gold. So I'm going to play a song that sounds like something Vince Clarke would make with Yazoo. And I made a lasagna song based off that. And then, and now I'm like, okay, well, I want to do that strumming guitar thing that Tears for Fears did in a song. I'm doing that, and it's just so fun to heavily bite off these influences. Yeah. Because it still comes off as my own, but I can't take credit for the amount of influence that those bands had on me, but also I'm not afraid of leaning into that and saying, yeah, I want this song to have the energy of this song or that song.
Yeah. That reminds me, I'm going to say real quick, I heard somewhere that, that Blur song?
Which one? Oh, yeah.
It's like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that song. They were apparently, when they wrote that, they were just making fun of Nirvana.
God damn, that's so cool.
The whole song is them making fun of Nirvana. And if you listen to it, you go, oh, yeah. I can smell like Teen Spirit in this song, where they were like, they have a hit, let's just do this. And then they did. And so that's just such a perfect example of like, you find something new in the attempt.
Yes, I love that. That's so well said. Yeah. So, it's incredible. So, this was I want the guitar strum of Pale Shelter, and it's in there. And,
it's so cool to hear that. I didn't know that little strum though did stand out. I listen to music, I think, different than a lot of people.
How so?
My approach, I truly am the type of person that's like, Spotify gives me all the music in the world. Sometimes I'm gonna listen to Prince on the way to work. Sometimes it's gonna be the soundtrack from the movie Rad, which is an 80s movie about
bikes,
about BMX
racers.
biking.
Yeah, I remember that. My neighbors in Maryland were obsessed with that movie. Like every Saturday, they'd be like, what should we do? Do you guys want to come over and watch Rad?
Watch Rad
every week.
I really need to watch it again, because I haven't watched it as a full-blown adult.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have to do that. I looked at it I was looking for it on like Blu-ray. They have it. It's like $15.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about just buying, because maybe I want to know if there's like a director's cut or a commentary. They
Yeah.
might have done, and on the Blu-ray they might have done a commentary.
I love commentaries.
I love
miss
that
'em.
too.
Yeah.
I know it's one of those things that they don't do anymore.
Yeah, it's too bad.
It was kind of like movies used to have a Patreon with extra content.
Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah.
You know, and now it's
Oh.
just the movie.
Yeah. Interesting. I was thinking of the funding pages, but that's different than Patreon. The funding page where it's like, I'll come over and make you spaghetti if you put $10 toward my film, that kind of thing.
Oh,
was
like
that?
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Patreon is the one where it's like you put stuff behind a paywall,
Ah, yeah.
and then people. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah, that's hot.
All right, this is another thing. Every time Depeche Mode performs, Dave Gahan
Yeah.
says in interaction with the audience, "Yeah, that's right." I mean, it's in
Oh,
every
that's
concert
so
performance,
great.
and I'm obsessed with that. So I'm like, I want to do that too. So I just said that. Yeah, that's hot.
That's so good.
Every episode, Martin or Dave Gahan will say like, "Let me hear it," or whatever. I don't know if he even says it, but he definitely always says,
Yeah.
that's right." Yeah.
Oh, I love how deep this goes. This
Yeah.
is so cool. I love this
Yeah.
because there is all these little, and I was starting to notice it when I was listening to Joy Division today. I was
right
like,
on.
like even like the vibe, like I don't know, man. It's cool. It's
Yeah,
so
right on.
rad how you're just. Yeah, you're sampling. It's more like
Yeah.
sampling. I don't think that you're biting them
Okay,
at all.
cool,
I think
yeah.
you're sampling ideas.
I'm sampling ideas. Yeah, the intensity at which Dave Gahan affirms that the show is going well. I love that. Yeah, that's right. And then the strumming reminds me of my roommate in college who introduced me to Tears for Fears and the Hurting album. He had a acoustic guitar, and we had a hallmate, Trevor, who would just come in our room, turn our air conditioning on, and pick up Kevin's guitar and strum it a few times and then leave our room. Like, that was his thing. But it was always the same thing. It was and I was like, you gotta mix it up, you know? It can't always be like, mix it up, man.
Do something
then
different.
years later, I'm like, I want to put in my song.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like years later. His name is Billy, and he has this band called
Yeah.
Green Day.
Yeah.
And he made a whole career about it.
Right, yeah, I love that. That would be a great story. I was going to button the story with, I believe he works in politics in the government. He might be I think he's in D.C. doing something. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, anyway.
Buffalo.
There it is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are Joy of Cooking Division. We are a new wave synth band, and we sing about food. Willamette.
Okay. I love a joke that's just explaining the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's an in conclusion.
Right. It's
This
like
is what you just saw.
It's the TV station doing it, identification. It's like, you're watching. Yeah.
It's so funny, like because you didn't like bring yourself up. You just like played the song, and then
Yeah.
it's like almost like your cold open.
Mm-hmm.
You did like a cold open for yourself,
Yeah.
and then you introduced yourself.
Yeah, and I like using that song to start because it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like, it's so clunky that I think it would demand attention more than if I actually put up a song where people are like, that person has songwriting skills.
Yeah.
You know, this clunk machine opens the show as a cold open. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I think because we talked about like a thing. Have you ever thought about like doing like a introduce the band? You know how they always like introduce.
Oh, yeah.
Like usually towards the end of the show, but it'd be funny if you did it like up top and it's just you.
Oh, yeah.
So you could just like introduce the keyboard and like the iPad
my
that you're
God,
using,
yeah.
and maybe like the microphone.
That's
like,
a good idea.
And then on the microphone, we've got the SM58.
That's hilarious.
Like-
I love it. Yeah. I'm going to do that.
We got the
We got
iPad,
an iPad
5.
set third generation.
Third
It takes forever to charge.
That's why it's currently plugged in.
Yeah.
Like-
that's hilarious.
and
The
then, like,
bandmates for the
We got the
Yeah.
the Korg. I don't know what piano you have. The Korg 1812.
right. Yeah, no batteries in it.
No batteries in it
Yeah.
because I'm actually not playing it.
Not playing it, yeah.
And then you just do like a little.
Yeah, yeah, I love that.
And then in the striped women's shirt, we got comedian Todd Basil.
Right. Yeah.
We are joined division.
Yeah.
That's hot.
That's hot. Yeah.
Or whatever.
Right on.
That was just a
Yeah.
thought I had.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna introduce because here's my goal. I'm gonna put on a show where I play like 6 different characters. So earlier in the show, I will introduce this guy that's got problems with his masculinity. He like feels like it's being challenged all the time, and his name's Bill Smith, and he's in a UK pub.
Smith with an F.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "What are you looking at?" Yeah, I'm drinking a Shirley Temple. What of it? You know?
Is it a PH?
FF.
FF.
Bill Smith.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
From Bill Smith from Cardiff, Wales. Yeah.
Wales.
Got to work on my accent. But so he comes up earlier, and then in this song in the video, Bill Smith does a guest verse. He's the guy that's saying the toxic capsaicin.
Oh.
So it would be cool to somehow do a 6-character show where later on an early character
returns.
comes back in another bit. Yeah.
You could do like a screen, maybe.
Yeah, a screen, or have someone who has nothing to do play me in another role later on.
In
or
the
something. Yeah.
oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah.
cool.
Because you could like, anyways, I'm like thinking of how you could do it technically. But
Oh yeah,
it's fine.
well I like the screen idea too. Yeah,
like
that
having
could
a
be cool.
screen up and then like you just have the music attached to the video.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I would do it, and then it's so that the cues are perfect.
Yes, and then while they're watching that video, I could do a costume change, and then the lights come back on, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Blue cheese standing by.
Blue
All right,
cheese
I love this last bit too.
Oh yeah.
So
Week has criticized us saying it's just recipes. Fuck Willamette Week.
and that's it. That's the
Yeah.
end of the bit. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh man.
Yeah.
Was there anything when you were I was gonna say, is there anything that surprised you about this? But it sounds like the whole thing was you just like playing notes and letting it just inform itself and like building
itself.
it around a couple of like touchstone
Yes,
things.
totally. Exactly. That's a great description of it. And you reminded me of something. Oh gosh. Yes, I really had something on that train of thought, but yeah. And then the performing it, I never felt ready to perform it, but I was so thankful that you and Eliza and Bangers were like, "Oh, do it."
Yeah.
Do a set as it, and because I knew I needed to do it and find stuff in it, but yeah, it was really fun.
I mean, I remember when you first sent this to the group chat. I was like, I listened to it while I was like walking my dogs.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was just like, oh my God, this is brilliant. I listened to it like 10 times and I was just like, because I was like, this is so offensive. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
I
weird
love
to
that.
say. I can't think of any other word.
Yeah.
It is offensive.
yeah,
Because there's so many things that shouldn't work. Like, like the flavors of a buffalo wing sauce, you know? It's
Yeah.
like, it kind of shouldn't work.
Yeah.
Like, and it does.
Yeah.
With like a lot of food things. It's rad.
yeah.
It's so cool. Let's talk about, I want to do one other bit. I just
right.
remembered that because
Also,
you
reminded me. I remember the thing. It was you mentioned the phrase "thing." You just let things come together, like they reveal themselves in the work. And specifically, there's another song I do about lasagna, the best food ever. And I was doing a.
Is that the name of the song, or that was you tagging?
That was me tagging.
Okay, cool.
I can't mention. There's certain things I can't mention without describing what I think about it.
What's another example of that?
Like, well, shout out to Dylan Jenkins. I don't care who wins Portland's Funniest every year. Dylan Jenkins is the funniest person in Portland.
Oh.
So whenever I talk about my wife about who was on a show or this or that, I'm like, Dylan Jenkins, the funniest comedian in Portland. Like lasagna, the best food that ever existed. But there's another song, Lasagna, with a keyboard synth solo, and I was going through in GarageBand tweaking notes, and like half of it would be what I wanted. I'm like, yes. And then I didn't have the skill to what's in it? It's not arpeggiate.
I won't know it. Syncopate?
Syncopate, or when you're off beat. What is that called?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but
I have no idea.
Off the notes weren't lining up how I wanted, and I kept working it and tweaking it, and I'm like, yes, like I knew what I wanted. I couldn't do it, but I kept fumbling with it until I got it.
Yeah.
And so that came into existence from a clunky like to tweaking and chipping away and getting it. Yeah.
That's a fun process.
It was really fun. Yeah.
I like that. That's been all of my experience of making music with GarageBand has always been just like I have something in my head and I can't translate it. It's almost like I don't speak the language properly, but it's there, and I've made a few tracks and people have told me that I have a really good ear for stuff.
Yeah.
Where I'll be like, ooh, we could take that sample and do this, but I just don't have the skills. And I haven't spent the time to build the skills.
Yeah.
I've tried,
Yeah.
but I just can't. Like I'll have like I could like hum the beats or the things or the melodies and stuff like that. I think it's just because I listen to music so much.
Yeah.
That I have a pretty good understanding of it.
Yeah.
But I have no I can't fully speak the language, if that makes sense.
It does, and you reminded me of the biggest breakthrough I've had in the last several years is actually getting past the open screen on GarageBand, because we both went to film school. We're familiar with some editing software, format, setup, layout, but whenever I'd open GarageBand, it just felt like exactly like Reddit feels to me, where it's like I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I feel like if I click on anything, I'm in some side area that has nothing to do with what everyone else is seeing.
And then is that an ad? Why are we not talking about the subject that we started
exactly,
with? It doesn't make any sense.
I feel like
it works backwards? I'm so confused.
I feel like I'm a video game character in a corner running at the corner whenever I'm in Reddit or GarageBand. But GarageBand, I've gotten past that, and I now kind of know the functionality.
Oh yeah,
a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, like it took me forever to figure out. It's like, oh, you have to change the time of the thing to the song that you're playing. Like I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, this one's in 4/4 and this one's in.
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
Like that. I just can't. I can't grasp it. I really tried, and I've not been able to do it.
Yeah, those beat like Turkish music is often in a time signature that's meant to confuse people.
Oh, really?
Well, not meant to. It's just if you're American and you're like, oh, 4/4 is king, you're like, what is happening? You know. But it's really cool stuff. Yeah, I haven't even ventured out to do different time signatures.
Well, I just didn't even know where to start with those. That's the thing. I was like, oh, that's a thing. That's part of this, and I didn't get it. All right, I really want to talk about this.
Yeah.
This is another clip, but we're gonna just play this one all the way through and then talk about it. Is what my thought is on it.
I like that. Yeah.
Can you set it up though?
I wanted to increase the value of the show, increase the production of the show by not just saying, hey guys, there's 5 minutes till showtime, get a drink, zip up your fly, whatever you're doing. You're like, it's fun to make that funny, but I wanted to just do something else, and I thought this part of the show could be a fun, unique, different thing. So I wrote a song that is the "You have 5 minutes until the show starts" song, and that's where this came up.
This is okay. I love that you did that, because we had been doing the 5 minutes to showtime like announcement.
Yeah.
But I never thought about making it funny. Like I would just make it funny in the moment by just me being up there doing it and like not know what to do. Jeez, Bucket, you're gonna shake.
I'm using that sound in my next song.
Yeah, we'll record it. I get a good with the little whimper. But yeah, I never thought to, and it's something that I love about your comedy is you're very good at identifying like small little elements, almost like the things in your songs, like the little like triangle. I love that stuff with music. I'll be listening and I'll notice a sound, and I'm like, what instrument is that?
Yeah. I love that too, like the vibra slap in Crazy Train, obnoxious. And then why does Queen end that song with a gong? Who the fuck does that?
Like, why?
I'm like, wow, what a cool choice.
I had a moment where I listened to what's that Jesus song where it's like,
oh yeah,
I don't know. It's like,
oh no, I'm gonna pain myself.
But there's that noise. I was like, is that a saxophone or a guitar?
Yeah. Wow. How does ZZ Top?
No,
Oh.
it's that Jesus song. God, what is it?
Shoot. Jesus Take the Wheel.
I don't remember
Oh.
it now. It's like the old one. It kind of made a resurgence for a minute there. We'll
Not
find
the
it later.
Kanye song though.
No,
What
no, like an old like rock, like sound, like clear CCR era. Not them,
yeah.
but that
Okay.
era.
Yeah. All right.
Some Jesus. Anyway,
get
now
it.
because now I'm just like thinking of a different song. But all right, let's listen to this.
All right.
What's up, neighbors? Five minutes to showtime. Get another drink time. Time to go pee time. Check your phone on the can time. Bangers comedy starts in 5. Laughing out loud makes me feel alive. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel unstuck. Like a shitty synth solo that makes me wanna.
Yeah, nailed the fake keyboard playing on that one.
Yeah, you really did.
He might be playing it. I can't tell. It looks like he's playing.
Come on, neighbors.
So good.
One time I did the song with Eliza up there. She
Yep.
did backup vocals, and it was so funny because at the end she's like, "So you have 5 minutes until the showtime." I'm like, yeah, we just.
That's what we said.
It was such a funny button of the song. It's like
Couldn't help
all
it.
this energy in there, and then it's like, in case you were confused on what was
Unclear
happening. Yeah.
on what this is.
There are 5 minutes.
Oh, that's so funny. I loved that you did that. And I want to say, like, first of all, RIP to Neighbors Tap Room.
Neighbors
No
and
longer. That
Bangers,
was
yeah.
like we had such a fun time there, and we did so
was-
much. It was like a cool era of stuff.
I was able to really lean into some things I really wanted to try out, and y'all let me do that.
Yeah.
And what a great base you had there with people that counted on the show, giving them a better life every week.
I know.
They were really into the show, and I was really into seeing them into the show.
Same people. Yeah, we had a
Yes.
lot of regulars, and it was really cool. You really don't fully understand the impact until like when we announced that it was like the last
Mm-hmm.
time we were doing it, the last couple shows that we were doing.
Yeah.
And it was like, and people were like really emotional about it and really bummed and
Mhm.
like made stuff for us. And it was just like
Yeah.
so cool that we were able to like, I don't know, you forget about like the impact that you have on people's lives when you're doing like live performance, even on a micro scale of like, we were only getting like on the high end at the end, like maybe 20 people there.
And
But-
it felt good though. I mean,
Yeah.
the setup was an engaging 20. Everyone was
Yeah.
close, fed off each other. It was so awesome. Yeah.
I do want to say I feel like this song never fully got what it deserved.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we would, because that was the cold up, like there would be not like there's music
Nothing.
happening in the bar, people are talking, and then the music would cut down,
Uh-huh.
and then you would go up there and do that
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
I have so many great recordings of it.
Oh,
I was
right
like, should I picked the one from the same show
Nice one.
because there's just so many. I should have gotten that one. I didn't know with Eliza doing
Oh,
that
yeah.
button at the end, but. And then you added that line that I wrote, which was just like a super basic like song joke where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
make it like sound like you're gonna say a bad word and then you don't.
Yeah, and then replace it with something else. You're like,
Yeah.
say fun. You guys, what do you think I was gonna say? I was gonna say fun. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like makes me feel unstuck.
yeah,
Shitty synth solo that makes me wanna have fun.
yeah,
Have
yeah.
fun.
You gave me the hold that F for a while, and then yeah,
like you're gonna
fun.
I meant fun. But I always just like it always made me smile every single time. I think it really established like what was about to happen.
Yeah,
And I think because it was the cold open, it was like opening a show. I mean, you're literally opening the show with it.
Yeah.
That's why you have an opener. It's never gonna go as well. Like if it somehow the 5 minutes to Showtime song was like it'd be funny if you did that at the top of your album.
Oh yeah.
You do the
and then there's literally 5 minutes track of nothing.
5-minute track of nothing.
Yeah.
Of silence.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Like and put it on Spotify with the silent track.
Yeah. Click
It's
here
just-
for the lyrics to this track.
Yeah, the lyrics.
Yeah.
It just says no lyrics.
Well, I think you're right about it setting a tone, and you did this very well at your shows and your mic also at Neighbors. You would set the tone of the show where it's like, this is when we're going to be silly, and we're not going to take ourselves seriously, and anything goes, and we're here to have fun, and there's no room for attitude and stuff like that. That was well done with you and Madeline doing these funny announcements and fake celebrity voices and stuff.
Thank you.
So I think I like to think that this would be in line with that, where it's like, let's set the tone and say this is going to be fun and low stakes in the best way,
right.
and let's just relax into this.
There's something so funny to me about how it's notable that it's comedy. Why are we taking it so serious?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it somehow it gets lost that it's just silly, you know, like having fun and goofing around.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's pretty low stakes. That's what I love about bar shows, and what I love about hosting an open mic is just the stakes are just like
Yeah.
the expectations are very low.
Totally. And that works in so many realms.
They're
like
tent pole stakes, dude, on the
tent
ground.
pole
They're
yeah,
that
yeah.
low.
Sawed off at ground level.
Yeah, sawed
It's
off.
all the plumbing pipes sawed off at ground
Dude,
level.
it's-
They got to redo the foundation.
Yeah, you know, you can just walk right through. You don't even trip or nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Oh.
just derailed you.
That's hilarious. But yeah, like living by $1 theater, who cares what the movie is? It's $1. Zero
Mhm.
expectations. And you know what ended up happening? I ended up having a great time when I go to that theater.
That's cool.
And same with this, like, yeah. We want to take it seriously because we want to be really good at comedy. So we tend to put all that there, but the people we appreciate watching are the ones that are really having fun up
Yeah,
there. So,
like just
yeah.
truly letting go. All right, I got one question that I like to ask everybody.
Yes.
What is your smallest accomplishment in comedy?
Oh, boy.
So just like something that isn't like a big accolade
Uh-huh.
necessarily. It's just like a but a thing that really is like cool to you, or maybe a moment, or something that you're really proud of with your comedy.
I got to host a show where Chris Kattan showed up and did a set. And so I was standing on stage with half of the Roxbury brothers. I don't know if
Yeah.
every viewer is going to understand this, but I was obsessed with Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan, Sherry O'Terry, Molly Shannon, 90s SNL cast. And I got to share a stage with half of the Roxbury brothers.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, that's on my list of wins.
That's awesome.
It was incredible. Yeah.
That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I really
Thanks for
appreciate
asking.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything you want to plug, or like where can people find you? Where can they find more of this kind of content?
Well, totally. I am plugging my new show, which you're going to be on soon, but it's the first Saturday of the month at Covert Cafe on 82nd Avenue. It's called Creative Exchange. It's a 3 p.m. show because Portland has a vibrant history of incredible Saturday afternoon shows that I have loved. And so I'm bringing one to reality.
I think that's where we fully bonded, was at
Naked
like
Brunch.
we met, but then we really going to that Naked Brunch.
That was a
show.
blast. Yeah.
You didn't actually get naked. It was just you weren't allowed to do any material,
Right.
and there was always a host on the stage,
Right. And actually there was no brunch served either.
and there was no brunch served either. And it was
Yeah.
like such a fun. Just no, it didn't matter.
Yeah, speaking
Bucket
of
was on
low
stage one
expectations,
time.
That's right. Yeah, we got pics of that.
Because I brought him with me once, and they were like, "You can bring him on stage." I was like, "What? Okay." And yeah, but
Yeah, Saturday afternoon though it's a beautiful time to go out and do comedy. Naked Brunch, Dan's golf course mic,
Yeah.
Bram's coffee shop mic.
All these are gone, but yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm doing a monthly show, and it's called Creative Exchange. I went to Nashville, got inspired by the Songwriter in the Round. So it's a Songwriter in the Round show, but it's different performing artists. So we'll have comedians, songwriters, magicians, balloon animal artists, poets, performance artists of the most abstract kind.
Balloon animal poets.
Balloon animal poets. Yeah,
Poetry.
totally.
Twisted poetry.
Twist it. Pretzel poetry. Salted.
Poetry.
And then if anyone ever doesn't show up, I'll just bring my keyboard and do a Joy of Cooking Division. So,
Ooh, I
yeah,
like it.
yeah, it's going to be great.
I thought a cool name for a comedy show would be Dirty Poetry, but apparently that's like, because that's all it is.
Yeah.
I had that like weird epiphany. I was like, most of comedy is just dirty poetry.
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah.
Said in a different cadence.
I thought you were saying all poetry is dirty, and I'm like, I dare you to say a clean poem right now, because it sounds like we wouldn't be able to do it. Like, soda can, I put my lips on you. See,
Yeah,
that's
you're
dirty.
like, whoop, we're
That's
already there.
dirty.
It's just like, I lifted it carefully. You're like, whoa,
Whoa, carefully.
whoa, carefully.
Wow.
That's problematic.
Soggy bottoms. Yeah.
Oh, this was
That's
so
rough.
fun. This was so fun.
Yeah,
Thank you
this is
so
great.
much for doing the show, Todd.
Congrats on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Bjorn.
I'm Todd.
Have a good night or day, whatever you listen to this.
Whatever.